everything is pretty wet around here due to the rains over the last week and yesterday in particular. So what I did is I peeled off some of the bark on this dead tree, standing dead. And then there's a lot of things you can do. Actually, those are pretty dead right there. But here's another thing. My knife's even got some rust spots. But you can put your hand like this underneath here. I'll try to do this so you can see it. But you can take a tree like this and you can cut you some nice dry curls. Get you some nice dry curls like those right there. Get you a good handful of those, throw it in the nano stove or whatever. Light those up. Hopefully you can see those. Some nice curls right there. These are very dry, been under the bark, protected from the rain and everything. Get me a handful of those, throw them in the stove, and that'll start us off a nice fire. So as you can see, it's very easy to get plenty of extra dry, fine wood curl shavings here for starting a fire. And it only took a couple of minutes to get enough to completely fill my Firebox Nano Ultralight stove here. And now I'm ready to start my fire. I just used my Wilderness Innovation fire starter kit with concentrator paper. There's right there concentrator paper with a few magnesium shavings in it. Now I just flip my Doan bar over to the spark rod side, and I'll just throw a spark in there, and we should have flames in just a moment. There we go. And now just make sure everything can kind of get started there. All that flame will migrate out into the stove and fill the whole fire chamber. And then we'll be ready to add some other material to it. Notice how it's almost totally smoke free due to the wood being so nice and dry. Now you see here I've added some twigs that I snapped off some of the tree limbs hanging above the ground, and notice how much smoke is in there due to all the moisture that's in there. But those shavings had plenty of energy and capacity to keep everything going and to dry the moisture out of these twigs and everything and get them started. So I just decided to fire up the nano stove and just cook that way. That way there's minimal. I'm still using a fire, but it's very minimal, very easy to put out, uses very little fuel. It's still a little fire. I'm using fuel rather than wood fuel rather than carrying fuel with me. So that works really nice. So I'm gonna cook me up something hot to drink here, and then I don't know. I'm gonna probably cook an egg in the cup in there. I don't know. I might poach it or hard boil it or something. I can eat it on the trail, something like that. I'm kind of anxious to get on the way here, and I gotta video a few things before I do that. So I'm gonna just let this cook for a little bit. I got some pretty good size sticks there, about 3/4 inch diameter. They barely fit through the hole right there, but so I'm pretty well stoked up inside there. I'm not gonna have to babysit this thing. It'll go on its own for a good little while here.